Hello, good afternoon everyone. First of all, I'd like to greet you advance Eid Mubarak this coming holiday. Today we're gonna show you how to make ice cream cake made with our Baiankiero semi-freddo product. So this cake is made with Baiankiero with mascarpone and white chocolate with a layer of satin cream cake toffee and with the filling of Raffaello. We have the new filling which is called Raffaello. It's made with almond and white chocolate. I'm gonna show you later this filling. Okay. So this is the mold that we're gonna be using. It's called Silicomart. You can see the design here. It's a fruit design, but actually it's convertible to a sheep design. So normally in Eid Aladha, we celebrate Eid. We celebrate the sheep. So Karuf, yes. So now I choose white color. You can choose black color or any other color which is available in the skin of sheep. Okay. So first thing we need to do is to prepare the sponge. The sponge is very easy. Okay. I already showed you before how to make satin cream cake. Okay. We showed you how to make the vanilla, the chocolate, and this time is satin cream cake toffee. The recipe is very simple. 1 kilo Tigral satin cream cake toffee, 350 grams of eggs, 220 grams of water, and 300 grams of oil. So you just spread it on flat of 40 by 60 tray, and then after baking, cool it down and you cut it into round shape. So this is the sponge after cutting. Okay, has to be like this. Okay, exactly same size which it can go inside the mold. Okay, so if you want to see the full procedure how to make the cake, you can go back to our previous video, and it's very simple. After you prepare the sponge, then you can start preparing the Baiankiero. Baiankiero is this one. I'll show you. This is our ready mix for making semi-freddo products, and also it's very good to make ice creams. Okay, if you don't have the machine, you can use only mixer and a freezer. You can create your own ice cream, especially if you want to make mini size, bite size ice cream and what you call it, sticks ice cream. You can do many types of this. You can in next week next classes we're gonna be having a class for our Baiankiero, and we're gonna be showing you different types of ice cream that you can make with this product. Okay, so let's start. Okay. So these are the ingredients on how to make the Baiankiero base. Okay. Here we have 150 grams of Shانتيباك cream, this is our Shántipack cream. It's vegetable non-dairy cream, and we have 150 grams of animal cream, Crema Hayawan, okay, Mia Kamsin, and we have liquid milk, Kamsin gram, 50 grams, sorry. And we have thick cream, Qيمر, we call it Qيمر here in the market, which is also 50 grams. And we have the Baiankiero powder, this is the one, okay, 100 grams. And we have the mascarpone powder to add flavor to our Baiankiero. So totally this is the base, and we're gonna add flavor to it with mascarpone, okay. So all you have to do is to just keep all the ingredients together. Milk, the fresh cream, Shántipack, and the thick cream. So it's very simple. We just add together Bianchero and the mascarpone. We're going to use the whisk in mixing. Okay. So let's start slow speed until we blend the powder, and then we will switch to high speed until we achieve the creamy texture. It's like just whipping a normal cream. Normally in Bianchero, it depends on the application. If you are using silicone mold, let's make the mix a bit softer, not too hard. Okay, because if it's too hard, it might not get the shape of the mold properly. Okay, because the mold, you see, there are so many grooves here. Yeah, details. You can scrape the mix in between the mixing procedure, okay, to make sure the powder are blended properly. Okay. Then I have white chocolate right here. I have 50-gram white chocolate. We're gonna add white chocolate to the mix. Okay. Okay. Now you can see the mix. It's still soft, so a little bit more. Now I'm going to scale 30 grams of white chocolate, just 30 grams in this recipe. Now we have a creamy texture, soft, whipped creamy texture. Yeah, you can see. Okay, soft whipping. Then we're going to start adding a bit of this mix to the white chocolate. Do not add the white chocolate here, because otherwise you will have pieces of white chocolate. It will not mix very well. So just add a little bit of cream here with the white chocolate. White chocolate should be hot, okay? If it's cold, it will seize immediately and become hard. Okay, now you can see. Then I'll mix again a little bit.
Why we have to add chocolate?
For the taste also, and because we're working in this type of mold, I prefer to add white chocolate to the cream to be more harder. But you can remove it if you have a very good freezer, okay? And then after mixing, then you add the rest of the ingredients quantity. Okay. So this is our Bianchero mascarpone flavor. We're gonna use piping bag. Okay, this is the sponge. It should be ready. Room temperature is okay. It should be ready ahead of time because you cannot make this without the sponge ready. Okay, always keep in mind. Then we have small spatula right here, just to spread the cream to take the shape of the mold. Okay. So first I fill the mold almost halfway, more than halfway, okay. And then I start tapping it like this. Then I will spread the cream to the side. You have to do this very important step. This will take the shape of the mold. Okay. Without doing this, you might have air bubbles and you will not have the right shape after when you remove the cake. Okay. After this, we're gonna keep one layer of sponge inside the Tigral satin toffee cake. We just press it, push it again.
They're asking about the molds. From where can they get it?
Here, it's available here. You can visit our showroom and the mold is available here in our showroom. And this is the Raffaello filling. Okay, this is made from white chocolate with almond and coconut. This is how it looks inside. Okay, it's soft and soft filling. So even you freeze the item, it will stay a bit soft. Okay, it will not become hard too much. So I'm gonna fill it using the spoon. Okay, I will try to keep the filling in the center. Okay, don't want the filling to leak outside the cake, so I keep it in the center. Okay, and that's it. Then we're gonna pipe another layer of the Bainkero. Then we add the final layer of the sponge. For me, I like to cut the sponge a bit thinner. Okay, like this, and just press it inside. Okay, so the final layer here is another layer of cream, but only little. The purpose of putting the cream under, because you're gonna keep the cake on top of the tart. Okay, on top of the tart, so it will stick.
So,
Yeah.
Bainkero cake, Bainkero cake, Bainkero.
Hmm.
From the side, right?
Yes. See, use a spatula to finish it. Yeah. Then you will keep it in the freezer. If you have normal freezer, you have to keep it minimum 3 hours or overnight, I suggest, if you have a normal home freezer. But if you have professional freezer like this, maybe you will take 3 hours. And if you have shock freezer like this, it will take 30 minutes, yeah, to be ready. Start. Okay. So now We're gonna prepare the tart. This is the tart which I prepared already, advanced. This is how it looked like. Okay. Okay. I prepared one disc of tart, and I prepared small, tiny pieces for the fit of our cake to show the fit, you know. Okay. Yeah. So for the tart, we are using a flour, which is 90 grams of flour, 12 grams of almond powder, 20 grams of whole eggs, okay, 36 grams of sugar powder, and 40 grams of mimetic fat. I will show you what is mimetic. Yeah. Already I'll show you also this one before. Mimetic is pure vegetable lamination fat we normally use for making croissant, danishes, milfei or puff pastry. It's very good. And this product, at this time we're going to use it to make a tart dough. So it's okay. The advantage of mimetic in lamination, it's very flexible, especially in croissant. It's very flexible, it's not melting too fast, and easy to work with. Okay? And it has already butter flavor. So you can delete the butter in your recipe and use mimetic, and it's cheaper than the butter. So for the tart dough, also very simple. We add the butter inside, mimetic, okay, the almond powder. Also we add it all together. Okay? We don't have to complicate the procedure. All together. Icing sugar, eggs, and we're gonna mix it now using flat paddle. This, okay? Flat paddle. We will mix it at medium speed until it forms a dough. Okay. So this time I have ready one. This is the dough after mixing. I'm going to show you now how I make the disc and the fit. Normally to work with this, you need to add flour on the table. Okay, flour. And to start with the dough, you have to knead the dough a little bit like this to become soft, because this dough is coming from the fridge. Normally when you finish the dough, you can keep the dough in the fridge. Okay?
They're asking you, can you cut the tart later?
Hmm?
Can you cut the tart later? I don't know what they mean exactly, but they're asking this question.
You have to cut it while it's a dough. I will show you how to cut it, but once it is already baked, you cannot, because it's gonna be a crispy. It will break and it will crack. So from here, we will cut it before baking. So we just roll it using the rolling pin. Normally the size, it should be around 4 millimeters. You can choose the size, the thickness as you want also even, but the standard for me is 4 millimeter. When working with this, okay. If you have lamination machine, dough sheeter, it's much easy for you. For bakeries and the factories, they have dough sheeter, but for home, you should use a rolling pin. Now, so this is the cutter. I will cut around disc. This is how it looked like. Okay, and I'm gonna keep on top of the Silicomart air mat. I'd like to cook in this type of silicone because it gives a nice baking and equal baking on the surface. But if you don't have, you can use normal baking sheets or normal silpat. Okay. Okay. 2. Yes, this is for the base, and for the feet, I'm using a smaller cutter. You have to cut it like this. And cut into half. Okay, you cut into half and just cut a little bit from the side, so it's like a moon shape. Okay, you see, like this. Okay. The usual baking time for this is around 15 minutes, but for the tiny one, it will take around 8 minutes, and you can remove it earlier.
Chef, they asking you again about the cutters and the mold?
Cutters, it's available in the showroom, yes, cutters and the mold of everything. Okay. So I'd like to keep also another layer of this air mat on top of the tart before baking. So you have 2 layers of silicone, one down and one up.
What's the reason?
To keep the shape. Normally, if you don't add this silicone, it will expand bigger. So I want to keep the shape. So I will put 1 layer of silicone on top. Okay. We bake it 170. Usually I bake it 10 minutes. Then I remove the silicone on top. Then I add another 5 minutes to bake it fully. Okay. Actually, this is an individual cake based on Bianchero. So I can call it ice cream mascarpone cake. Okay? Because in this recipe, we can make ice cream, the same cream. So I'd like to introduce it as an ice cream because now it's summer. It's nice to have something cold as for dessert. You know? And the theme of the cake is karuf, so that's because it's for the Eid celebration. You know? Okay, now this is our tart. It's ready now. We're gonna finish the cake with the spray of cacao butter. So this is the cacao butter. It's Belcolad cacao butter. Okay. So after melting, it looks like this. It's like oil. Okay. I keep 150 grams of cacao butter, and I'm gonna mix it with 150 grams of white chocolate together. Okay. Belcolade white chocolate couverture. Okay. So basically, it's 1:1. Okay. I'm gonna mix it. And this will be our spray. For me, I'd like to add a little bit of white coloring. This is a white coloring powder from Modicol. Okay. Normally, I keep this in one bowl, deeper bowl like this, the dough, and add a bit of white color to make it more lighter. To make it lighter, okay. Maybe 2 spoons is okay. And we're gonna blend it. Yep. Yes, we are in Kuwait. Our location is in the Shuik, Banu Paratos. So if you want to know the location, you can message our Instagram account. Okay. So now we're gonna blend together. It's important to use hand blender because to remove the lumps of the powder Okay? Because if you mix it by whisk only, the powder will not melt very well. Now you can see the difference. The color changes. It becomes lighter. Okay, so this is our cacao butter, and this is our cake after we remove. Okay. Now I'm gonna finish this by spraying with cacao butter. Let's go in the spray box. Yep. Yes, we will go back on this. Okay. So the cake should be frozen. Amjad. Okay. So the cake should be frozen and cacao butter should be hot. Okay, around 40 degrees Celsius. So when it touches the cake, it will create a velvet design, velvet effect. Maybe I can give the recipe for the tart until he open the compressor. Okay, he will open the compressor and we can start spraying. Okay, now for the tart, I use 40 gram Mimtek, 40 gram Mimtek, 90 gram طحين, 20 gram whole eggs bet camel, okay, and 36 gram sugar powder, plus a bit of salt. Salt mungkin 1 or 2 gram, okay, and almond powder 12 gram, okay, that's it, complete. Okay, now let's go back here. We can start spraying. Okay, so okay. So just try to coat the cake with the velvet. So this spray can be used in other colors also. You can add color to it instead of white. You can add different color, or you can change the white chocolate into dark chocolate to make it brown color. It will be a chocolate spray. Okay. So I think it's enough. Yeah. Okay. The good thing with this Bainkero, even you keep this in the room temperature, it will not melt. Unlike the other ice cream, when you keep original ice cream, it will melt in few minutes. Bainkero will hold its shape. Yeah.
They told about your Arabic. Very nice, and we understand every single word in Arabic. So
Oh, really? Thank you. Thank you. So we're just gonna keep it on top of the tart. Okay, like this. So that's why I told you I need the Bainkero at the base, so it will stick on the top of the tart. Okay. We're gonna add this tiny fit, and we just push it until it sticks. Okay. can see from here. Okay. Yeah. You don't have to add something to stick. It will stick on the tool, yeah, directly. So now we have ice cream, mascarpone cake. Now for the final design, the face of the ship. Okay, normally what I did here, I made a print using our DecoJet Elite printer. Here, this is new printer from Modicor, and I used our sugar sheets. This one. Yep, it's close. Yeah, this is the sugar sheets. Okay. Normally, the sugar sheet is used to make a picture or any type of design you can add to your cake.
So we can eat this paper.
You can eat this paper. It's edible. So if you have, for example, a birthday cake, this is the paper that you see on top of the birthday cake. You can put your photo here, anything, and
Nice and easy.
yes, nice and easy. This one I just got on the internet, this design. So I print it, then I cut it using a cutter. Yeah, yeah. This is how it looked like. Okay. After cutting with a cutter, it will be like this. See, easy to do. But you need to make sure you have a sharp cutter to cut it. Just follow the lines, and you can cut it easily. Then after that, I add very thin layer of white chocolate at the back. This will protect the sugar sheets not to melt. It will be like this, okay? We will stick it later. I will show you how I put the white chocolate. Maybe it might be difficult for you to try, so I'd like to show you the easy way. Okay, here.
We want to cut it and see it from inside how it looks.
Hmm?
We want to cut the...
Yeah, sure. We will cut this. Okay. So this is the face, the photo face of the ship, and we have white chocolate, tempered. Make sure it's tempered. Okay. Okay. And I have and I have your toothpick. Okay. So what I will do, I will hold this with a toothpick. Okay. Normally, if you don't hold with toothpick, it will move. Okay. So I hold with the toothpick, then I apply from this side one layer. Okay, just like that, and from another side another layer. Okay, just like that. It doesn't have to be very thick. Okay, just thin layer to protect the sugar sheets from the cake, because normally once the sugar sheets absorbs humidity, it will start melting. Okay, and then is keep it separate, and that's it. You let it dry. Okay, so this is how it looks.
Then after dry, it will stick? After dry, it will stick?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay.
After dry, we're gonna add some cream here to stick. Okay.
Okay.
So here, I'm gonna stick it now. You can add the chocolate or the cream, up to you. Both way will work. I will add some chocolate behind. Okay. Then you stick it. It will set very fast because the cake is cold. Okay. Yeah, I think so. It's okay. Yeah. Again. Yep. It's easy. Okay. This is a good idea for another.
Easy and yummy.
Yeah, easy and yummy. Yes. Okay. Yep. So that's it. This is our karoof cake mini. So they'd like to see inside,
Yes,
right?
they want.
I will cut it now. which one you want to?
As you like.
This is halal, huh? Halal. Okay. So I'll cut from here and go down. So this is the layer, sponge, and our yeah.
They said
Yeah, this one is
it
better,
was
yeah.
amazing
Yes.
recipe and they enjoyed
Yes, I hope you like it.
Yeah.
You can try it in your place, and with the same idea, you can make your own different flavors. You can make chocolate even, and you spray it with black. It's called like black sheep or okay. So if you have question, contact us in our Instagram and follow us always. Every other week we have a live here. Okay.
Thank you, Chef.
Happy holiday and advance in Mubarak. Thank you.